Welcome back, kings and queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King, and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Today I'm in Canva, and I just wanted to show you a pretty quick way to make a Father's Day card. So if you're not familiar with Canva, if you go to your home screen, you will click Create a Design. It's in the top right hand corner, and you can click your paper size. You can click on Custom, choose 8.5 by 11, and that will get you a blank sheet of paper that will look like this. So what you do is you go into your Elements section. Once you get through all of that, click in Elements on the side. Here's Elements, and you would type in Father. You can see I've already started typing some things. And so I just chose the tie, and I expanded the tie out to be the length of the page. So that looks like about 3.5 by 11 when it's all said and done. And I changed my colors. And so I'm going to go up here and just show you exactly what I did. I clicked up here at the top, allows you to change colors of your items. And I'm just choosing colors that I would use. So black and yellow are colors that I would use. And I also changed the top of the collar to be black as well. Now honestly, I did the other one black and yellow, but my father is in a fraternity, and so he would probably use black and old gold. So there you go. So the next thing I'm going to do is just clear this out. I have my colors changed to what I want it to be, and you can change your colors to whatever you want it to be, but that's just an example. Now you can leave your card like this if you wanted to, or you can keep it going. So for me, I wanted to make it look like he has on a suit jacket. So I'm going to come over here, and I chose a square from Elements. So clicked in Elements, clicked a square, and now it's brought up a square for me. I'm going to shape that all the way out from top to bottom, and then I'm going to go to the top and click Duplicate. And then that is going to change my square on both sides. And I'm going to expand my square over just a little bit, which is now a rectangle. Just going to expand it out a little bit, so I guess it'll be 3 by 11 when we're all said and done. If 3 is too much for you, if it looks like it's coming in too close, if you want it 2.9 or 2.8, feel free to design your card how you would like it to be. But this is just to give you an idea of what you can do. So because I chose my colors the way I did, I'm also going to change this to black, so it will look like the jacket is also black. So now we have a tie and we have a black jacket. The next thing I'm going to do is go back to Elements, and I'm going to choose a triangle. Now I'm going to move my triangle into place over here on the side. I'm going to rotate it. So this should be 90 degrees. And now I'm just going to expand it from top to bottom. So the edge of the top should be up there. And then you can expand the edge of your bottom as long as you want or as short as you want. So I'm going to do it at a 4.4. And then I'm just going to click Duplicate. And I'm going to rotate on another 90-degree angle, and I'm going to move this over to the opposite side. Now we have a card basically with a jacket and 2 lapels. And I can move everything into place to look visually how I want it to look. If things don't work for you, just move it to what looks visually appealing to you. Alright, so there we go. We have a jacket, we have a lapel. If you wanted to do something like add a little pocket, you could. I didn't do that at the top, but you can do that. And we're just adding shapes in here, and the shapes get you what you're looking for. So now we have what looks like a little pocket. And we could also add little lines or pockets down here if we wanted to. So if I wanted to add a line down here to make it like he had a pocket down here, I could. These are all design functions that you can just make it look however you want. So that's a 1.6, and I can duplicate that so that I can have a pocket on the other side. If I don't want it to be white, I can change it. It doesn't have to be white. Or I can leave it that way. If I want to shrink this in some more, I can shrink this guy in some more so it looks more like a pocket square. And I can also go back up here, see if I can find a rose or a rosebud. Maybe that would go on his suit. I don't know. I'm just messing around at this point. You might find something else you like. Maybe you find a boutonniere to go on the lapel, something, I don't know. I'm just messing at this point. But that just gives you some ideas and options of what you want to do, how you can design a card. Yeah. And so you could also go back like we did the lapels. You could add a little white square here. Oh, I shrunk it more than I really wanted to. But you can add a little white square here. Or you can duplicate it out to look like a couple of squares if you wanted to. Almost staggered looking. Like that. And we can position it to backwards. No, not that far back. So that if for some reason it was off center, it would sit behind the rectangle, but it looks like it's not going to be an issue for me. And I just kept clicking backwards until I saw where it went. So, there you go, guys. You can take that out if you don't like it. Boop. And then you have a plain card. Or you can leave it in there for something fancier if that's what you like. But that took me about, what, 7 minutes? Just to do something quick. Now, of course, if you don't want to do something this elaborate, you don't have to. You can keep things simple, something more like this. Or you can just, boom, super dash, something like that, and keep it simple. Keep it to a simple design. Now, I will tell you, this is on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. What I could do if I like this design like this and I don't want it to be an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, I can group everything together and then I can size it all down, because you know I typically do A2 size cards, which is basically the consistency of a half a sheet of paper. And so I put my lines in there and I rotate them into place so I know how big my card could and should be. And if you still are not sure about your card size, you can always go over to Elements, choose a square, and just make sure it measures 4.5 by 5.5. And if it's over too far, then you know your line is over too far. And so you can move your lines around. I typically like to take my line measurement all the way down to a 1. And I try to zoom in whenever possible. Now usually when you're moving your line around, when it hits that purple mark, if you can see the purple right here, that lets you know that your line is even and in place. But I like to use lines and boxes just to make sure all of my stuff is sitting where it should be. So if I have this correct, I can put this into place and then size it back out. Now you see it was 4.2 by 5.5 when I got done. Now you can leave this back gold if you want to print it off gold, or you can hit delete and now your back is white. And you can put multiple on one sheet of paper. So you can put one here and you can duplicate this one out and do another one here. You can also change the colors of the other one. Let's say you have one dad that likes black and gold, but you have another dad that's more of a purple and gold kind of brother. Or we can type purple in here. And then we can choose that purple. And we can change all these other elements that were gold, that were black, and we can take all of those and change them to purple. And this is just the particular colors that I have chosen. If you don't like those colors, you don't have to choose any of those colors. You can do something totally different. You want blue and white, whatever. But again, this is a simple way to make a card. Best Dad Ever Father's Day card. If for some reason you don't want to make the card and you want to purchase the design, shoot me a message in the comment section. I can upload it so that it can be a cheap purchase for somebody if you just want to print it off and make a bunch of cards. So I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't have anything significant to say, drop a crown in the comment section so I know that you were here. Have a great day.